Well, hello everybody, welcome to Jeff's Baking Blog. Today I'm going to be making some dried blueberry muffins. That's muffins with dried blueberries. Now I had intended to make something different which involved short crust pastry, but because we have such high temperatures at the moment in the UK and it's not really good to be working with pastry when it's very, very hot, I've decided to change to this option. So for the ingredients, I have 256 grams of plain flour and a teaspoon and a half of baking powder and half a teaspoon of salt as well. So I put that in straight away. And I have 170 grams of sugar. I have 113 grams of softened butter. I'm going to use a teaspoon of vanilla bean paste. I have 120 grams of dried blueberries, which I've soaked in a little bit of black tea for a while, just to soften them up a little bit. And I have 180 millilitres of semi-skimmed milk. I also have 2 medium eggs. In the US, that would be large eggs. And I have my oven preheating at 190 Celsius, 170 Celsius with a fan, 375 Fahrenheit. And so we'll get straight on with it. Again, I could do this all by hand, but because of the heat, I don't want to get more hot than I need to. I'm going to use this whisk instead. And we're going to start off by whisking the egg. Really, that's just to break them up. And then I'm going to pour in the milk and empty in the butter. Very often with muffins, they tend to be made with oil, which helps them stay moist that little bit longer. But I really don't like the flavour and the residue of oil that you get, so I tend to use butter instead. And also at this stage we'll put in our teaspoon of vanilla paste, and because it's warm this is going to pour. That's easy. And then I'm just going to whisk those together on a low speed just to get them all combined. And that's it for that. I'll set that aside, and I'm going to, with a fork, just mix in the salt and the baking powder into the flour. And then I'm going to pour the 170 grams of sugar in as well. And just roughly mix that in. And then I'm going to pour that into our wet mixture. And mix it until it's just combined. We don't want to overmix this. We don't like overmixing muffins. It affects the texture. Okay. Still got some flour on the bottom that I can see there, so just scrape along the bottom. And then the last thing to go in are the dried blueberries. And again, just mix those to get them spread fairly evenly into the batter. Now I've lined a muffin tin with 12 paper cups, but you could actually just grease the muffin tin instead. And so the next thing is just to fill the muffin cups to about 3/4 full. Now I bought some spoons, plastic spoons, while I was in Canada, and this one purports to be muffin sized. So I'm wondering whether that means that this will be 3/4 full. Maybe. So that's our muffin tins, muffin cases 3/4 full. I'll just take off that bit there. And I'm going to put those in the oven and bake them for 25 to 30 minutes until a skewer in the centre comes out clean. Then I'll take them out and let them cool, and I'll come back and show you the results. So I'll be back with you after they've baked. Okay, so I'm back with you. I've baked our muffins and allowed them to cool down. And so I'll just open them up and have a taste. Does taste good, I have to say. Got a nice flavour of the blueberries and the vanilla, with that sort of rather dense texture of the muffin. Very nice indeed. Well, that's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed it. I will be back with you again soon, and hopefully it will be with a blue cheese and fig tart if the weather cools down a little bit. If you've enjoyed this video, please give me the thumbs up and click on the subscribe button to subscribe to the YouTube channel. There'll be a little eye in the top left hand corner here, and you can click on that to get the full menu. And I will be back with you again in the very near future. So until then, happy baking.